This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Kings in Sacramento. Looking at the Kings, they've had some struggles so far in the early part of the season, but they've been modifying their approach and their game plan each time out. While they haven't seen the hard work pay off yet, this is a team that's vocalized their dedication to doing whatever it takes to continue to improve. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the 5th barbecue chicken alert.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Yeah, it really got them out of sync, and that hurt them big time. Forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they would have liked to.
The feed to Green. Pulls up. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Warriors.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches.
To Bellinelli from deep. Good.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Easy misses.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Outside, Green looking to end the run. That is good. Green's got his second basket of the night.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with George Karl. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thank you for that, Doris.
To the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
That's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Kings trailing. Gay outside. Bellinelli passes to Rondo. The shot from the low post is good. No good from Cousins. Inside, Barnes. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He always knows where his
Here's Gay. His last outing, he had 18 points, and Cousins gets it to go.
It is so hard to contain it. He just...
Now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Second, the Warriors.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to be aggressive on the perimeter.
And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And it's 6 points here for Cousins. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the best screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Against the Nuggets.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have...
And Golden State will come the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time. 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50, starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kufis. Collison against Curry. Outside Collison. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Now here's Cauley-Stein after the miss from Stephen Curry.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where...
By Livingston. Golden State's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean,
here's leading by 7. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked.
Collison dishes to Casper. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Rush.
And Kosta Koufos, an excellent rotation center. I mean, he gets after it on the inside. He'll give you some rebounds, can block some shots. He's made himself into a factor.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in.
But I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
And Spates gets to go.
And their offense already.
And the devastating knee injury, just great to see him back playing basketball. The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
That is good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little rhythm, too.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. And he stuffs that one home.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage, those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards. How about
the dish to Koufos. That one goes. Count it.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And Rush with a clear path to the hoop.
Whoa. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice.
Get the action. Here's Livingston, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put two.
More than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Darren Collison with the basket.
He got it up. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Warriors on top. They lead by 13. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second quarter for the Kings. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Jundo, down low, and there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Rudy Gay.
8 stats, high character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big.
Outside Collison. Cousins, no one around him. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Of defensive playmakers, that ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
He's been one of their more reliable options today.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his second personal foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And so Gay nails both of them. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay.
Consistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to what.
We have the step back. Here's AC. Drops in the layup for two.
The tenacity on the interior.
The drive by Rondo. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rondo, let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better.
Warriors leading by 14. Thompson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's on Rajon Rondo. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 6. Rush grabs the miss.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Shots are just flowing. A great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Caron Butler's checked in for the Kings. The Warriors haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates. And really, it looks like
drive by Rondo. Cousins. Here's AC. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category. How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 20 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
Catching up on the changes for... And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the dunk by Barnes.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
At Curry, and it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 12-4 run.
How many times have we seen a possession like...
Dishes it to Butler. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. It's doubled. Outside, Bellinelli. But they get it back. Caspi with the bucket.
Just a late reaction there.
In this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Yeah, it could work, but I wouldn't take that approach, Clark. Stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in Livingston. How he did last season. He put up about 6 points per game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds.
From 18 feet away, the shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 right wing, Caspi for 3, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Livingston. Rondo with the rebound, and stolen by Spates, and he slams it one-handed.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the edge like that. That will count, and down it goes just as the clock hits 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Those are the ingredients you need for the recipe of buzzer-beating magic.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors lead by 19. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end. We rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it, Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal. Triple doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists.
And for Cousins, those 20-20-10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all.
They double-team Curry. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the field goal percentages between these two teams here. And the oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major. Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim record.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as an
excellent assistant. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Unloads from 9, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the paint, Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Gay. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks a lot, Doris. That is good. That's about with that last one here tonight. Rush gets the bucket. Rush has got 12 points. Here's Livingston, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 5th on the list, DeMarcus Cousins.
At the line for the Kings.
Yeah, he had a terrific year last year, consistent, and ended up being one of the best scorers in the league.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking.
Rush gets the bucket. Rush has got 4 points. 6 to shoot. Collison, the pass to Cousins. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Checking out some numbers here for Collison. He had a strong showing last season. He put in about 16 points a game last year. 5 assists and 3.
Stolen by Spates. And there's the feed to Rush. Plays it up and banks it in. Rush has got time. The drive by Collison. Koufos. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Kosta Koufos, Clark, so far he hasn't had that breakout year. He has been kind of in the shadow of Marc Gasol on that front line for Memphis.
Yeah, but he's understood his role, and he's done a nice job. He did start 81 games for Denver a few seasons ago, Kevin, but I think he's very comfortable as a backup. He's one of those guys who's just effective in limited playing stints.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And talking about Koufos, he gives you some things you want out of your bigs. Great size and activity, solid rebounds and blocks per minute numbers. He may just need a chance in the right system to show more game.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And, you know, getting back to Koufos, one thing he has to get better at is finishing through contact. He has a really nice touch around the basket, but sometimes...
Look at more high-quality shots. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the...
Looking to get it going. Good. Collison's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the way he's able
to shoot free throws?
Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 6th in second chance points. 9th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
Yeah, but you mentioned the second chance points. I mean, you love that determination, and really they just give great effort on every play, always in hustle mode.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finish with...
And here's the fast break. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we...
Ball moving here by the Kings. From 8, Caspi with the bucket. Caspi's got 4 points now. Here's Koufos. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Hits the three-point bomb. Barnes has got 2 now from point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty.
Fade away. Cannot hit. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. For Sacramento. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Curry attacking, and it's good. And the Warriors lead by 20. Here's Gay. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Curry kicks to Barnes, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure.
On shooting and spacing. So it's going to be up to Rondo to adjust to that new style. That's going to be the question. Can he make that transition?
Well said.
And they're beginning to just flat.
And AC kicks to Bellinelli. Buries the long-range jumper.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the...
And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
And no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that.
Conference, the games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on.
They set the pick. Here's Cousins. AC. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And it's Green with the jam.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
The Kings trail to the paint. Here's Cousins, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own. Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand?
Curry dishes to Thompson, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Resistance here.
Here's Gay, 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Whether by design.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut, back to Thompson, takes a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Gotta be
up top. Cousins from the line, AC, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Textbook.
Green passes to Curry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
And both free throws good for Curry.
He's working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
Cousins with a screen on Thompson. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 20 points.
Rudy Gay is one.
So good. I mean, the replays are averaging about 45 seconds apiece. And getting the officials the angles they need, the glass, has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And with the new replay center, the league...
Yeah, and I don't mind that. Evaluating the most scrutinized calls and non-calls of the games in those last 2 minutes, that's a positive.
There's a screen. Cousins with a screen for Gay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's... Curry attacking, using his post move to get the 2 points. Curry's got 16.
Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Boy, he is such a...
Outside Curry. Kings moving the ball around. Butler attacking. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of the...
Outside Butler. Goes up on the high post. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished.
On the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And it's always nice to get win number 1 against an opponent you'll be seeing a total of 4 times over the course of the year. They really set the tone tonight for their...
Separating the shot clock and game clock. Rush outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight, but we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment, and we know that that's going to, put us in a good position to win every single night. Is if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play, and God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry, and I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on the defensive end.
Congratulations, Steph. Great job, guys. Over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. Shaq, what'd you think?
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
They kept feeding him the basketball, and he did not disappoint. For the guys guarding him, it was a long, long night. As he pushed his point totals in the 30s, he got more and more determined. Great effort.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.